Hello everybody, how are you doing? John Bonham here, also known as Cape Cod Wet Shaving. Got another singular product video for you. I call it Let's Use, like let's use this, let's use that. It's basically a very loose review of sorts, but I just talk about it. I don't try to push it or anything. I put these out more because if I ever go Google something and I notice there's not videos for it, I decided to put one out of me just using it. And based on what you see, if you like it, you can go buy it. I gain nothing from it other than, you, the wet shaver, if you're new, hopefully helping you out, or if you're trying to find out about the product, you'll come across this and it'll hopefully help you make a decision. Like I said, I don't get anything for these. In fact, everything I'm using in this video, I paid for. There's nothing I got for free. This is not a promotion. It's just a shaving guy, wet shaver, using shave stuff, in case you were curious about it, okay? So, all the prices and all the products I'm going to list in the description, I found off their own website, but you can also find them easily at your favorite retailers. Go check out the Shave Mercantile and the Shave Supply first. Great guys. I just support them a lot, but you can go anywhere and you'd find them, okay? So the product I'm going to use today across the board is going to be Fine Artisan Accoutrements, okay? I'm even wearing the shirt, by the way. So there you go. So I'm going to be using the soap. It's called American Blend. I'm going to show you everything first and then talk about it, and then off camera I'm going to prep for the shave and start lathering all that at a later time. The reason for that is because a couple of these items have been discontinued. So I'm going to be using the matching splash with that. I'm going to be also using, for hardware, the Fine Stout shave brush. In this case, it matches the bowls I'm going to be using. See? Now in this case, be remiss if I didn't talk about the razor. So Fine has released 2 razors, I think 3 total, but one of them was before my time. In fact, this one was on its way out right as I started wet shaving about 5 years ago, as of the filming of this. So this is the Marvel razor. The latest release, this is called the DE5. Okay, you'll notice a striking difference, but also some similarities. So probably the first thing you notice with this is the size of that safety bar. The thing is massive, and you got a lot of blade exposure on that. Okay, this thing is daunting looking. Don't be worried about it at all. In fact, this is a pretty mild razor considering the teeth it has. Okay, all bark, no bite. Not extremely mild, not the mildest I've ever used, but pretty mild considering. All right, so this one is an open comb, but not really. It looks like one, does not perform like one, at least in my opinion. It's pretty mild, again, especially for an open comb. I think it's a really good shaver because of those grooves. All right, it's really an adapted safety bar more than an open comb, in my opinion. You'll notice the top cap is also a little rounded versus this flat one, okay? A couple other things you'll notice. The neck on this one is skinnier than the neck on this one. This one also has the posts, the top cap posts, which these are very reminiscent of a Fatip razor. If you're familiar with Fatip, that's one of the most recognizable things for a Fatip for me are those blade posts. I love it. I thought it was a nice addition to it versus the blade posts in this one, which are flush with the plate. So similarities, but differences as well. The handles are almost identical, except for the top there. So can't wait to shave with this stuff. So one thing I did want to mention, and I didn't know this when I picked it out. I already did the photo and everything, and I'm kind of glad I did, I guess. This is available as shave soap, but this is a puck. It would appear the pucks have been discontinued. I might be wrong on that, but anywhere I've gone to look, I could not find them. So it's a 3.5 ounce puck. There's the back label if you want to pause it. You can check out all the goodies on the back along with the website. As you can see, he is based out of Fairport, New York, but interestingly enough, he has his stuff made in Italy and shipped here to be sold. So a little higher price point because of that, I think. Oh, God, that smells good. So the scent notice on this one specifically It is based on, bear with me, I'm terrible at doing this, 𝘙𝘰𝘏 𝘕𝘄𝑠𝑗 by Yves Saint Laurent. Better than I thought I'd do. Based on a cologne, released in 03, I believe, 2003, 2004, somewhere around there. It's a very nice scent. In fact, when I posted this, hopefully he doesn't mind me saying so, Frank from Strike Gold Shave actually chimed in and made a comment that this is one of his favorite fragrances in wet shaving, which is saying something, because Frank knows his stuff. Obviously, he's one of the OGs in wet shaving since it became huge. If you don't mind me having a bubbly. So it's a phenomenal scent. I think it's my favorite one that I own. I own, I think 4 or 5 Fine Accoutrements fragrances. This is my favorite. Okay, so this small bowl, because the pucks are not made anymore, I think. I haven't been able to find this bowl either because I went looking for prices. So this is specifically made for these pucks. Has the nice Mr. Fine guy on the back. And versus the bottom of this one. So I'm going to soak the mug in this. And then I'm going to lather the mug in this. You're still going to find these. These are $25. So if you want the soap's going to be $24. The aftershave's $24. The razor, the DE5, is $50. I believe this was $45 or $40 when it was out. Maybe it was $50, but I think it was cheaper. It's just between when it was sold and inflation and all that. The Fine Stout, I think this is 24 inches, 26 inches maybe. And then he has a normal one, which isn't as fat on the handle there. Reminds me of a Simpson, just a lot shorter. That is $30.50. And the big bowl, like I said, is $25. So you can find all this stuff. Again, I'll put it in the description if you want to go check it out yourself. He has a lot of good stuff. So let me go ahead. Oh, scent notes. And this is based on Fragrantica. I always say it wrong. Based off of the cologne that this is inspired by. Yeah. Wood, spice, lavender, anise, earthy notes, patchouli, and florals. I'm not sure which ones, but I have used this once or twice, but you can see the Mr. Fine guy still there. So it's pretty cool. It's stamped. It's a shame he doesn't make these, as far as I'm aware, anymore. It seems like pucks are dying out. I don't know why. I love pucks. But again, I'm going to let this bloom for probably about 10 minutes. And then I'm going to lather on camera and we'll get to shaving. All right? Be right back. All right, everybody. So close enough. I think it's been about 8 minutes I've been blooming this thing. So one thing I did notice, I was sitting here looking at stuff, and you might have noticed this when I was showing the label. There's actually a thing here that says made in the Netherlands. So, agents and made in the Netherlands. I know on his website I read that he has Italy involved with the formulation of it. I thought it was made there. I might be wrong. It looks like I am. So maybe it's formulated in Italy, or he gets perfumers from Italy, and then it's made elsewhere and then shipped back to the States. There's a lot of importing and exporting involved. I don't know. You can go to his website and check it out. You probably saw it there. FineAccoutrements.com. My apologies if I'm completely wrong. His name's Todd too, by the way. I think I mentioned that. He was in New York. I think I did. So, all right. Anyway, good times. Let's go ahead and get to lather. I'm going to try to go quick because I'm already 9 minutes into this video and I'm not even shaving yet. So, good opportunity for me to talk about what I do when I bloom soap. I'm going to take a bit of this water, well, a decent amount of it, and I'm going to pour it in here. What I'm trying to get, I don't know if you can see, probably not, is that cloudy water coming out from underneath the puck. Oh, it smells good. It's hard to see it without pouring it out. There, see it? That very cloudy water. I'm going to keep a bit of that, not that whole amount, but something, very little, in the bowl. And that is going to be the water I use for when I lather. Oh, so for any unfamiliar, with the scent strength of fine soaps. They are up there. They're one of the strongest scents and fragrances in wet shaving that I've come across, along with Ariane and Evans. How you doing, Peter, by the way? This stuff, especially the splash, will last all day easily. You could leave it on and you'd smell like it tomorrow. It's some of the strongest fragrance that I've experienced, like I said, in wet shaving, in the wet shaving world. And I love it. I love strong fragrances. Because like I said, if I like the smell of the stuff, I want to smell like it. Now, some people I get have skin conditions and things like that, and some people just don't like the strong, overwhelming fragrance of stuff, which is your own preference, like anything else. I like it. So if you're looking for strong, you're going to get it with this. This is tallow, by the way. He does use tallow. Go ahead and get that. Trying to get my water to soap ratio down in there, in the bowl. And then I'll show you what I got. Then I'm going to start lathering. So this is a tight fit in here. See that? Hope I can get that puck back out. I've actually never used that bowl. I just threw the puck in this one, but I wanted to use both of them, showcase them, because it is across the board. All fine products. I left too much water. That's all right. Hope everyone's been well. It is less than a week until, as of the filming of this anyways, less than a week until Thanksgiving here in the United States. It's next Thursday. So actually, I'm sorry, a week from today. I like Thanksgiving. I think it gets glossed over too quickly. It's a quick speed bump between Halloween and Christmas. We have two new additions, newer. I have a soon-to-be 19-month-old and a month-and-a-half-old baby at home. One we planned on, one we did not. But either way, we're blessed. So, a lot to be thankful for. Here's what I got. Yummy. All right. Sorry. Hope I don't get in trouble for this. Yeah, I won't say it. I don't know what the hell YouTube censors these days. They change it weekly. I was going to say, there's a thing people post lather, like reels and stuff. I call it lather. Rhymes with corn. If you get my drift, starts with a P. All right. And I didn't do coffee of the day because this is not one of those videos. I won't talk about news involving myself. I'll just talk about this. All right, it's always going to be longer. Forgot to mention too, I got an Astra Green in both of these to make it equal. I think I'm going to do one side of my face with the Marvel and one side of my face with the DE5, just for the hell of it. And my brush fell in my bowl. I do not like messy tools. That's one thing I wish about this brush, is that it was taller. And I didn't talk about the synthetic bristles. It is a synthetic brush, but I forget the names of the bristles. There's what, Timberwolf, and I don't even know. That's the only one I can think of. If that's even a name, that might not even be one. Not that I don't care. It's a lot of stuff. And I just haven't taken the time to learn the names of different fibers for synthetics. Synthetics are my least favorite type of brush to use anyways. I like the animal hairs all the way. I've really been getting into boar brushes lately. I love boar. A lot of people think it's too scritchy. I love that. But once you break them in and you split all the hairs of the boar hairs in the brush, Those things are as soft, if sometimes not softer, than a Badger. I personally think a well broken in boar brush is better than a finest Badger brush. That's just me. Oh. Look at that lather, guys. They also sell EDTs. And in my personal preference, or my personal opinion, excuse me, the splash is strong enough that it could be an EDT. He should have done EDPs. But whatever. Then it would smell really strong. You'd have the EDP smelling like extract. But it's very masculine, unmistakably masculine. Let's do the Marvel first. And like I said, it lingers. Very pleasant. Got my bowl here. And this Marvel razor, it's a shame it's discontinued. A good buddy of mine had one, used it, decided he didn't like it, and sold it. And he and I were talking. He now regrets it, and he wishes he could find one so he could buy it and try it again, because it's been a while, I guess. You know who you are. I wish him luck, man. These things are hard to find. I just, after talking to him out of curiosity, I went looking to see if anyone's selling them, and they're not. So if you happen to see one of these in the wild, the Fine Accoutrements Marvel razor, scoop it up, because that is a rare find. See, look at that. Find your angle pretty well. This thing's scary looking, but she's a pup. You'll be fine, and then, oh my luck, sitting here bragging about it. I just completely remembered. I said I was going to do half and half, you know. I'll do the first pass with the Marvel, second pass with the friggin' DE5. Good Lord. Been one of those days, guys. Hope everyone's well, like I said. It took me a while to try Fine Accoutrements. He's not very active on social media. Certainly I saw him, you know, his stuff out being used by other people. I don't see it as often as I used to. I picked up a collaboration they did with New England Shaving called Aquamarine. It's a pretty nice one. And then I remember when the Marvel came out and I found it, or not when it came out, excuse me, when I first saw it. I immediately wanted it because it was so unique looking. And I think that's probably part of the name. It's a marvel of wet shaving. It's cool though. You see it, you know immediately that it's a Fine Accoutrements razor. It's just so unique. But I finally got my hands on it and loved it from the moment I used it. I was scared to use it, but I did, and it's a great razor in my opinion. And if you don't like it, that's fine. People like what they like. There's some guys that swear by open comb. I'm not a big open comb fan. I'll use them. The Fatip open comb, the copper one I have, is one of my favorites because it's not as heavy with the aggressiveness. But a 1920s Gillette that I have, that thing is a beast. I cut myself every time. I nick myself every single time when I use that thing, even with the mildest razors. Okay. Second pass, DE5. Let's make this quick. Never done a side-by-side with these. So this thing is definitely is more aggressive than the Marvel. But not really by much. It's just basically a corrugated safety bar. That's what it reminded me of. By the way, the slickness and tallow cushion, the slickness and cushion of this tallow soap are great. Love it, love it. Listen to that. I should have done an ASMR. Between the stubble and it's raining outside but not pouring where it's too loud. I like the knurling on these handles too. Futuristic looking. Reminds me a bit of a lightsaber handle. For some reason. Very nice. Yeah, this video is a lot longer than I meant for it to be. No worries. So I used way too much water, which means I made way too much lather. Because I got enough in here for 4 passes. All I have left is the windstorm here, and look how much I have left. It's beautiful lather. It's been sitting here blooming in the air. I love pucks. They always make great lather. They really do. Look at that. Lathering pucks is a bit of a learning curve, but not a terrible one. It's more patience than anything else. Once you get it down, pucks, I mean, they really just make some of the best lather in my opinion. It's a reason why Williams mug, rest in peace, lasted as long as it did. Look at that. It's a gorgeous lather. Oh, don't want it to end. But y'all don't want to watch a 38-minute video either, so let me go ahead and get under here and dried suds. That was funny. I think it's the first time that's happened, at least on camera. Let me get under here. I'm going to rinse off. I'll do post-shave, and then I'll talk about it a little bit more. Be right back. Okay. Man, what a good shave. Post is very, very nice. Oh, my favorite part coming up. So the other ones I have are snake bite, which is heavily mentholated. It's all right. Not terrible. Great name. The latest one I actually just got. Oh, there it is. One sec. I love this splash. Oh. Just that scent. Oh, and the feeling. Was Barber Blue. And Barber Blue, pretty sure, is inspired by Floyd Blue. Same thing, you know, for Barrister Man Waves, Furbo Blue, which coincidentally was one of my first Let's Use videos, was Furbo. Oh. Ah, feels good. There's a little menthol in this too, by the way. Light, like Prorazzo Blue levels. Not overwhelming, but enough that you know it's there. If that makes sense. It's very soothing, very nice. Apply as desired, face, neck, day, eyes, and do not put in your eyes or in the inside of your nose. Okay. I'll try not to. It's tempting to put it inside my nose though. Oh. God, that's good. All right, everybody. That'll do it. 25 minutes. Oh, well. That's what I still have as far as lather goes. Really good soap. He's been around a long time. He started wet shaving in 2005. I don't know when he got what year he started. He said some years later he got his formula down. But he's been around a while. At least 10 years, I would guess. So most of y'all know him. If you don't, give him a look-see. Again, he's not too active. I've talked to him. I've reached out with questions and stuff, and he got back to me, so he's at least good with customer service. Just, you won't see him posting stuff on a daily basis. Yeah, give him a look-see. He has a Clubman dupe called Clubman. He has a couple of orange ones. He has a citrus one and a Loire orange. I think that's what it's called. Or l'orange or something like that. Noir l'orange, I think. It's supposed to be a dark orange. Someone told me it smells like orange and dirt. Actually, Dustin, thank you for that description. Got my interest. So I do want to try that one, but you probably won't find any pucks, unfortunately. But everything else here, for the most part, if I found it, I'll put a link to it in the description. So appreciate it. Hope this helped y'all if y'all are interested in it. If not, either way, thank you for watching, especially if you watch to the very end. I always appreciate that because I know my videos run long. I would just rather not run through and forget something and just make a rushed, lackluster video. I'd rather kind of take my time, make sure I cover all the bases, all that stuff. So you gotta have one or the other. I'm not good at doing both, unfortunately. Some guys are. I can't rush through and do a great job, in my opinion. So thank y'all. Till next time, really appreciate it. I got a whole list of Let's Use products that I'm going to be using a lot, like at least 15, somewhere around there. So hopefully y'all like these. Let me know. If you have any questions, ask away. All right. Till next time, happy shaving. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm sure I'll make a video or two before then, but just in case, have a wonderful Thanksgiving if you celebrate. If not, have a great Thursday. Y'all take care. Happy shaving. See you next time.